A man was reborn as a baby, and with each sip of milk, he grew stronger. By 3 months, he kicked his legs 10,000 times. By 4 months, he learned to crawl. And by 5 months, he could walk. This was due to his cheat system. As long as he trained a body part, it could become infinitely stronger. By 6 months, he watched TV with his parents. In his world, there were 2 extraordinary powers: mechanical augmentation and gene fusion. Mechanical augmentation enhanced one's body through mechanical modifications, while gene fusion involved merging with beast genes to gain some of their abilities. The enemies of humanity were clear. After Earth mutated, exotic beasts emerged. Soon, a new neighbor moved next to the man's house with a daughter named Shen Qinghan. She became his childhood friend, and their destinies intertwined. At 7 months, he learned to run, jump, and even started speaking. By 8 months, he did sit-ups to train his abs, but only when his parents weren't around. As the saying goes, often walking by the river, how can your shoes not get wet? He was caught by his mom. She rubbed her eyes in disbelief, seeing her son doing sit-ups. When the mom looked again, her son had already laid down. She thought she was too caught up in her novel, imagining things. A few days later, while bathing him, she called the dad in a panic. "Honey, why does our Chen have abs at just 8 months? The dad, thinking fast, said, "Our son's appetite is amazing, and now he has abs too. I get it, honey. Maybe he's a 1 in a million genius. It seems Chen has a bright future, likely as a gene fusionist, or at least a mechanical modifier." The man sighed in relief. "I nearly got discovered cheating, but fortunately, Dad assumed I was a genius. Having parents who are novelists is indeed fortunate. However, I am not the sole prodigy on this mutated Earth." The television displayed a prodigy from an ancient martial arts lineage in Kyoto, lifting a 20-kilogram dumbbell at the tender age of 2. After witnessing this, Mom gently patted my head, remarking, "Our Chen is remarkable too. He won't be outdone by those genius families." I pondered. My mom truly understands people. But could I lift 20 kilograms at the age of 2? Eventually, I reached the age of 2. With his skill in using and discarding, he could now lift 20 kilograms with one hand. Just then, his mom called, "Where are you, son? Han's little sister is here to play." He patted his shoulder and walked out, seeing a little girl with a tart, offering it to him. He told her to eat it herself. Despite the mental age gap, he let her stick around because she was just the right weight for training. However, this weight sometimes had a small issue, as it occasionally leaked. By age 3, he could lift 40 kilograms with one hand, while the prodigy from Kyoto, a year and a half older, could only lift 30 kilograms. Looking at the panel, he fell into deep thought. His biological level was still at ordinary stage 1. What is ordinary stage 2? Does it surpass human limits? With these questions, Stepping out, it was his first time seeing gene-fused beings and cyborgs. His first stop was the library. Since his parents limited his screen time, reading at the library was the best way to resolve his doubts. He began to understand this mutated Earth's worldview. Ancient stone tablets from mysterious ruins revealed that the world was divided into 6 biological levels: ordinary, advanced, rare, epic, legendary, and mythical. Each level had 9 stages, with ordinary humans at the first stage of the ordinary level. Facing those high-level beings, he felt smaller than an ant. He realized he needed to quicken his progress to survive in this dangerous world. Just then, the system's voice chimed in. "You are reading a book. Mental strength +1, comprehension +1, knowledge +1. After reading 1 billion words, you'll get a biological attribute reward." The Heavenly Insight system knew him well, and after reading, it gave him a new task. He began cultivating both mind and body, reading while doing sit-ups. By age 4, he had read 43.96 million words, and it was also the year he started kindergarten. Soon after starting kindergarten, the man reached ordinary level 2. He could lift an 80-kilogram weight with one hand, jump 1.2 meters in place, and sprint 100 meters in under 11 seconds. Han, often teased as the bedwetting king, was defended by the man. Unable to stand by, he jumped onto the podium shouting, "Everyone be quiet. If anyone calls him that again, I'll make sure they wet their bed every day." The other kids were scared to tears, except Han, who admired him. The system noted his imposing manner leaked out, making all the kids fear him, unlocking the Kindergarten King title. The title, dominating 9-year compulsory education Kindergarten King, is unlocked, but elementary school leader and junior high school tyrant aren't yet. The man's shout brought a new task, even though the last one wasn't done. It seems tasks can progress at once, which is great. Half a year later, he finished the reading task and gained the trait, Celestial Wisdom. From then on, he had a photographic memory, and his learning ability reached human peak. Time flew, and soon they were almost 7, celebrating kindergarten graduation. During the break before elementary school, he kept training, lifting 200 kilograms with one hand, jumping over 2 meters, and running 100 meters in under 8 seconds. With divine wisdom, the man finished most of the elementary curriculum in his spare time. Soon, he started his elementary school journey. Already self-studying middle and high school courses, elementary competitions were easy for him. Winning awards was trivial. He aimed to be the top student. During school, in his free time, he tutored Shen Qinghan. Although she wasn't particularly gifted, she was obedient and diligent. By semester's end, her grades ranked second in the class, with him naturally in first, as he aimed to earn the title quickly. In addition to his academic pursuits, the man actively participated in numerous events during the school sports meet, shattering all existing records. Just as he anticipated a routine continuation of his elementary school life, a particularly unique transfer student joined his class. The reason this student appeared unique was that the man perceived something not entirely human about him. This new student was assigned to the seat directly behind him. As they walked by, Shen Qinghan softly remarked, "Xiao Chen, his hair is incredibly beautiful, resembling winter snowflakes." At that moment, the man did not respond to Shen Qinghan. He was more preoccupied with the non-human aura surrounding Bai Shu. Could he be a gene fusionist? Or maybe a descendant of one? In the days after class, Bai Shu would just lie on her desk, unmoving. At first, everyone was curious, but soon they lost interest. Over a month later, Bai Shu's body started secreting a white liquid with an unpleasant smell. This led to her being shunned by classmates. One boy even poured water over her head, saying she smelled bad and needed a wash. You'd expect this usually quiet girl to get angry, but instead, she cried. While the classmates who bullied her laughed, Han Han couldn't stand it. Hoping the man would help her, even though he hadn't figured out the girl's identity, he still stepped in. He placed his hand on the boy's shoulder, instructing him to clean up the water on Bai Jue's desk. The boy was startled and immediately agreed, quickly cleaning it up. He knew that the man was notorious at school, so much so that even 6th graders wouldn't dare to mess with him. Then the man shouted at the others, demanding that everyone who had bullied Bai Jue come over and apologize immediately. The students who had bullied Bai Shui were frightened and startled. They lined up and apologized to Bai Shui, saying, "We were wrong, Bai Shui. We are truly sorry. Please forgive us." Bai Shui ceased crying and expressed her gratitude to both me and Han Han sincerely. From that moment on, Shen Qinghan began to approach the white-haired girl, encouraging the man to befriend her and sharing delicious food with her first. Bai Shui eventually asked, "I have an unpleasant smell, don't you mind?" She added, "I'm sorry, it's not that I don't trust you, but I've always been shunned and disliked since I was young, so having someone by my side feels too unreal." It felt like a dream, but Han Han assured Bai Shui it wasn't. "I've had similar experiences, so I won't look down on you. If you're willing, we'll always be friends." The bedwetting king had similar experiences. Understanding Bai Shui well, Bai Shui hugged Han Han tightly, tears flowing like a spring. Thank you both." She then removed the necklace from her neck. "Han Han, Xiao Chen, you always share delicious food and befriend me, so I want to give you something too. This pair of animal teeth was a birthday gift from my mom last year, and now I give them to you, hoping you won't mind. There's hope we'll always be good friends." Han Han accepted the fangs with both hands, saying, "We'll always be friends." Just when Shen Qinghan thought this friendship would last, something unexpected happened. A cyborg helped with his transfer, and the man overheard the principal saying his records were confidential. This showed Bai Shui's identity wasn't simple. From that day, they never saw Bai Shui again. Maybe she was just a passerby in their childhood. Compared to Bai Shui's departure, what followed caught the man's attention more. A prodigy in Kyoto, at 10, successfully integrated genes, and could lift a massive stone with one hand, surprising the man. Starting gene fusion so young, this Kyoto prodigy could lift a 100-kilogram barbell with one hand before, but after gene fusion, he lifted a 500-kilogram weight, a 5-fold increase. Yet, the man is just 8, and without gene fusion, can already lift 300 kilograms with one hand. His potential seems even greater. Still confident about the future, until the man saw the news and felt dominated by fear. A serious beast attack happened in a nearby country. Footage from witnesses speculates that this attack is linked to giant art, and a female office worker was swallowed on camera. Investigations showed heretical elements were fueling the attack. The spokesperson of Sakura country appeared on camera, asking for aid from other countries to eliminate these heretical elements, which are an anti-human group founded by some individuals. They became the beast's loyal lackeys to attack humans. Fortunately, the man was born in a robust country with a stable environment, which allowed him to grow. However, he then heard the sound of air registration outside his window. He quickly checked and saw numerous official cyborgs flying. The following morning, while waiting for his childhood friend to accompany him to school, he noticed the beast tooth from Bai Shui glowing. He realized the tooth was from a beast, which explained Bai Shui's non-human aura. The aura's source was likely the tooth. Later, they proceeded to school, but the cyborg gathering and the tooth's activity made him feel that something ominous was approaching. As they passed a red-haired woman, she suddenly inquired if they were siblings. The unsuspecting Han Han truthfully answered, and then the woman, "Heading to school alone at your age? Where are your parents?" The man quickly pulled Han Han away, saying, "We're running late. Let's go." At school, he told Han Han not to talk to strangers. Han Han nodded. Got it. After school, he took Han Han home a different way, but they ran into the woman from that morning in an alley. He had tried to avoid her, but she still followed. The woman smiled. Hey kids, I've got some tasty food at my place. Want to come and play? Then, a man with a necklace appeared behind her, rushing to grab them, but the man was ready to fight. He punched the man with the necklace in the chest, sending him flying like a cannonball. The woman was shocked, wondering how an elementary student could knock an adult away. Before she could react, he punched her face. Then he picked up a brick and approached them. With no cameras around, he had to eliminate future threats. He didn't want to, but if they revealed today's events, his abilities would be exposed, ruining his survival plan. Suddenly, the ground shook, and a giant beast roared. A strange beast appeared, a massive mutant rat. The rat bit off half of the woman's body and grabbed the man's dagger like a snack. Without a word, he rushed to Han Han, picked her up, and ran desperately. Luckily, just then, soon after, a cyborg flew down from the sky, heading straight for the giant creature and stopping above it. He raised his right hand, charging his weapon. Once ready, he aimed and fired tranquilizer shells, bombarding the creature. Moments later, it felt dizzy. Then, a female cyborg delivered the final blow, ending the creature's life. Back home, the man analyzed the battle. He concluded that the female cyborg's level wasn't very high, as it took her 7 minutes of close combat to finish the fight, after the tranquilizers weakened the creature. The plot beast was tough to handle. Once mature, it could reach a biological level of ordinary 5th tier or more. Luckily, a cyborg arrived yesterday, letting them escape unharmed. Still, personal strength is key, so the man started more intense training, adding 2 points to vitality with weighted squats, 2 points to leg muscle strength, and 1 point to squat skill. Soon after, the man and his childhood friend celebrated their 9th birthday, made wishes, and exchanged gifts. The man gave Han Han a wooden hairpin, which he learned to carve overnight, using his innate talent. Time flew, and before they knew it, they graduated from elementary school. By now, the man had earned the title Elementary School Leader, and was close to Junior School Overlord, which would enhance his biological traits, aiding him in competition. Before middle school, he aimed to earn the title fast, and prepared by boosting his strength. Daily, he committed to intense training, with the system showing he completed 1,000 weighted push-ups, increased arm strength by 2,000, muscle strength by 2,000, and chest muscle strength by 2,000, along with 1,000 push-up proficiency. As the school year began, his biological level reached the ordinary 3rd tier. His physical attributes have greatly improved. The man has been watching the prodigy from Kyoto, who at 14 can lift a 2,000 kilogram alloy with one hand. Since B's genes can boost strength by 4 to 8 times, even at 4 times, his real strength would be lifting 400 kilograms with one hand. Comparing this, he is still stronger. Thinking of this, the man looks forward to the future, if he keeps going.